Okay. Guys, welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited. If you're excited to jump on board, put a 2 in the chat box. You should be excited. I'm officially starting. Right, my name is Kofi Edgerman. I'm a Platinum 5000 leader in this powerful company called Team Excel under AFA, which is AMA Finance Academy. And we are changing lives. We are changing lives. If you've got value from this company so far, put a 3 in the chat box, blow up the chat box. I want to see the people that have got value from this company. I want to see the people that have got value from this company. What does Platinum 5000 mean? It means I earn a residual income of 5,000 a month. Now I earn 5,000, my wife earns 1,000. That's 6,000 coming into my house residually. And that's simply by helping others. I'm saying that because this platform needs to be shared. We need to tell the world what we're doing. Who understands? We need to tell the world what we are doing on this mighty platform. I've already said, follow me at Kofi_Texel. And my YouTube link is in the chat box. So please follow me, take some screenshots, tag me in this presentation. Today's called Return on Investment. Before I will also start, Pammy, if you can drop the Trading Journal website, please. We have a talented person called Sandra Wilson and her daughter Simone. They have made these trading journals. Now, if you want to be a serious trader, I'm just getting it now. Look at this. Sirius Trader, Sirius Trading Journal. Please, as Pammy's dropping the link, email Sandra and Simone and get your trading journal. Guys, please, we've got so much value coming on today. We also have, I believe we've got Jessica Walker, her training afterwards. We've got so many trainings tonight. And we've got the amazing Des Ami on the call. We've got, oh wow, we've got 70 people, 71 people. Let's go. And it's going to drop an amazing training based on 100K account. And if you know what I've been talking about, I've been saying what we need to do is work towards the 100K account. Who understands? Who understands that we're working towards a £100,000 account? So every single person needs to be on this call. Every single person needs to be in this call. Amazing, amazing. Right. I hope you guys are fired up. Let's get some nuggets released. Now, guys, if you missed, okay, no training. Oh, Jessica Walker's on set. She's multitasking. She's on a film set and a Gaily Key is, oh, okay, sorry. Okay, can we celebrate Jessica Walker? She's on Batman set and she's listening in. She's doing Batman, the movie, and she's listening in. Hey! Jessica is multitasking. She can't miss a trade in psychology and she's on Batman. Wow. Wow. Guys, the reason I'm like this and the reason I have this hype and this energy because I want to make sure lives are being changed. This is not just about I'm going to give you some lyrics. This is about I want to help begin to change your mindset, change your paradigm, change everything that you can see. Now, if you were on last week we didn't even get to touch return on investment. Wow, there's 74 people on Tuesday morning. This is amazing. We didn't even get to touch it. Why? Because I was vulnerable. I was real. If you got value from last week, put number 7 in the chat box. I was so honest. I was sharing my feelings and it needed to be vented. I needed to vent. People needed to vent. People being set free. So if you missed that, you missed out. But I know you will get the value today. Let's start. So guys, every single week, every single Tuesday without fail, we are here doing trading psychology. So please plug in. All right. So write this down. Write the word investment. Okay. Write the word investment. And then write the sentence, the action or process of investing money for profit. So investment, okay, is the action or process of investing money for profit. So the action or process of investing money for profit. Thank you, Pammy. So the action or process of investing money for profit. So I want us to have the understanding of investment, but there's multiple ways you can invest. And this is what I kind of want to explore before I go into the actual nuggets. Investment. Now, it's topicked and it's titled return on investment. Now, I'm going to be very transparent, as I always am. A lot of people left my group yesterday. A lot of people, I think there was like 7 people that left. And one thing that was really pressing on my heart, and I wanted to speak to and we are family, right? We're family, so we can be honest, we can be real. Okay. Oh, Sassy said, okay, cool. What really pressed on me was, what returns did they get? This is why this training was postponed from last week to this week, because what returns did they get? What returns are you actually receiving? Are you even getting returns? In anything that you're doing, wherever you're going, are you seeing returns? Because I'm telling you this, people will not stay where they're not valued. Write that down. People will not stay where they are not valued. And if I'm pressing some buttons, I'm glad, because we all need to know that. Because one thing I was looking at, I was like, okay, cool. As a leader, I've come to understand that I've got to check my heart first and foremost. People will leave for various reasons, but I've got to check my heart first and foremost. What could I have done better? Because I've learned to become a leader. There's 5 different types of leadership, and I don't want to go too deep into that. But I've learned, for you to become the best leader you can be, you have to check yourself first. So what did I do? I asked and I messaged and said, okay, ask someone, were you not getting value? Why did you leave? What were your returns? And guess what? By me asking that question, I began to understand it was nothing to do with you, Kof. It was all me. And I was like, wow. I'll say that again. Sometimes it's nothing to do with us. It may be them. Sometimes the return on investment in your relationship, it may not be able to do with you. It might be to do with them. But the question is, what returns are they receiving? So I asked the question, so what happened, sir? I said, okay, what made you want to leave? And this is the answer. He said to me, when he came on board, he had a magnified expectation. That simply means his expectation in his mindset was not realistic. And I'm saying this to every single person that's new on this call, and we'll keep it real. We want realistic expectations. Put that in the chat box, please. Realistic expectations. We want realistic expectations. We need to set the foundation for realistic expectations. For our friends, for our family, for the loved ones that come on our life, we need to set realistic expectations. Do not lie to them, number 1. Number 2, do not be in la la land. Who understands? Do not lie to your prospects, your friends, your colleagues, and do not be in la la land. Don't say, I'm going to do this, and this, and never do it. You see, what you need to do, write this down. Under promise, but over deliver. Jeez, I felt that. You better write that one down. Under promise, but over deliver. See, I'm not going to tell you you're going to make $1 million. See, yesterday, I did a Zoom presentation and I showed the power of compound plan. And it's true. You could turn £200 into 37,000 easily. How? You risk 6% a day. How do you do that? 3% trades, 2 trades each, 6%. Now, let me give an example. I shared my screen. Remember this? I shared my screen. Look what's happened, guys. You can see, let me tell you about my entry point. My entry is at the 78.6. I'm giving you a visual. All right. Let me mark it as green. Yeah. Can you see that? My entry is at the 78.6. Now, this trade didn't come that way, but you could have taken it. As I always say, do not be a slave to your bias. That's from Francis. So I know it was dropping. So you jump in anyway. It was only a few pips away from 78.6. So let's imagine you entered here. All right. You've caught from here. You know my TP is 20 pips. You've caught your 20 pips TP. There's your TP. Who understands that I had an investment, I put money on my trade, and I've hit my TP? If you don't know, if you're new, that means target profit. I've made money today. People have made money today. But guess what? What did I have to do to get to this level to make my money? So imagine from this area to this area, that's 3%. All you got to do is do it again. 2 trades each per day at 3% risk. The total is 6%. If you did that every single day, you can turn £200 to 37K. Put a number 7 in the chat box if you understand what I'm saying. Put number 37 if you're excited about that. Okay, let me tell you what I did. It's called repetition. Write this down. Repetition leads to your reputation. Repetition leads to your reputation. You see, I can reproduce the same thing over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. So all I've got to do is take 2 trades a day at 3% risk, which equals 6%, and I will make 37K. Now, what I also said is that you're going to lose some trades. Not every trade is going to win. Okay, not every single trade is going to win. But when you have a system, when you have a strategy, you're going to be in profit. Who understands? You see, I don't fluke this. This is not by chance. This is a system. In the chat box, please write the word system. This is a system. I have a system. Now, system stands for this. Write this down. You should know my system. Even Pammy already knew to break it down. It stands for save yourself. Time, energy, money. That's the system. Save yourself time, energy, money. Now look, I will do the same system again. Look at this currency pair, Euro USD. I've got the same strategy. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for it to break structure. Whichever way it breaks, I do the same thing. I take my money and I bounce. Who understands? Can you see my screen, guys? Hopefully you can see my screen. I do it again, enter the USD. Look, it's about to break the ceiling. This is my ceiling. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to repeat. What did I say? Repetition leads to your reputation. The reason I've got the name of Mr. PTP or the name of one of the top traders in this academy, because I've repeated. But before I got to repeat, there's a word. There's a word I'm going to drop. Before I got to this level of this accolade, there's a word I'm going to drop. It begins with S. Have a guess. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. It's sacrifice. Guys, there's now 85 people on the call. 86 people on the call Tuesday morning. It's going to lock it at 100. Sacrifice. People, write that down in your books. Write that down in the chat box. Sacrifice. For me to get to this consistent profitability, I had to sacrifice. So we're talking about return on investment. Now the question is, what returns are you going to get? Because it's connected to the word sacrifice. What sacrifice are you willing to make? For you to get a return on your investment, what sacrifice are you willing to make? Because I had to lose a lot of money for me to get to this stage. Yes or yes? Sassy says whatever it takes. Sassy, I'm holding you to account. Sassy says whatever it takes. Roger, you've just joined. I'm expecting you to. I want to see. I want to see who's willing to make a sacrifice. Put a number 5 in the chat box, the number of grace, if you're willing to make sacrifices. Okay, I'm seeing Coral. I'm holding you to account. Wizzy, I'm seeing Preet. I'm seeing Denise. Okay, I'm seeing the 5s drop. I'm seeing the 5s drop. So everyone in this chat box, you're telling me that you're willing to make the sacrifice. So now let's go back. This is why I love dropping things in context. I'm going to round it up. Let's go back to the 7 people that left yesterday. There were 7 people that left my group chat. Bam, 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 bam. And I asked one of them, why did you leave? And I thought, as a leader, what could I do differently? But the person said to me, you see, at the moment, I'm not willing to make the sacrifice. I was like, enough said. They weren't willing to make the sacrifice. They weren't willing to make the sacrifice of £135 per month. Now, I'm talking about return on investment. I'm feeling this right now because I'm going to drop a nugget. I'm talking about return of your investment. Let me stop sharing my screen. Because you know when I get passionate, guys, I'm talking about return of your investment. You see, for you to make returns, you've got to make a sacrifice. Otherwise, you're not going to see no investment. You're not going to see no multiplication. Who understands? And I'm going to go back to the screen right now. Let me go back to the screen. Oh, why is it not doing it? Let me do this. I'm going to go back to the screen. I want you to see the screen again. And it's the cash flow quadrant. What sacrifice are you willing to make? Can you see my screen, guys? Let me make it big. What sacrifice are you willing to make? Look at this. This is why I did this on purpose. I wanted you to see this at the beginning. I wanted you to see my charts at the beginning. Let me tell you why. Because 60% of us are employed. That means 60% of us are working for someone else. We're being told what to do. We're being told when we can go for toilet break. We're being told if you smoke, when we can go for a fag. We're being told when you can go for a holiday. We're being told, sorry, you can't go to the doctor's appointment. We're being controlled. You see, I'm passionate. We're being controlled. 60% of us are being controlled. I was being controlled. Des was being controlled. We worked a 9 to 5. We were being controlled. Every time I had a doctor's appointment, I felt bad for asking my employer, like, can I go? Like, I know you need me, but is it possible? Can I go? I felt bad. And I remember, let me tell you this story. Imagine this. I did overtime. Because I always go above and beyond. That's my heart. That's my nature. I went above and I went beyond. When I was in school, one of my schools, let me tell you what I did, yeah? I was being paid $19,000 a year. Write that in the chat box, please. $19,000 a year. iPhone says, I remember this story. iPhone, who are you? Let me know. Who are you? You a teacher? I'm scared. iPhone, who are you? But you remember this story. I'm in your pocket. Oh my gosh, iPhone scared me. And I'm gonna say it anyway. Right. So I was being paid $19,000 a year. Okay, imagine this. When I came into the school, they were like, oh, Mr. Adjaman, you're amazing. Oh, Mr. Adjaman, you have a way with the kids, Mr. Adjaman. So they said, oh, Mr. Adjaman, is it possible? Can you become a drama teacher? I said, okay, yeah, I've done drama. I've been in movies. Oh, Mr. Adjaman, can you also become a dance teacher? Yeah, I've taught dance as well, so I'll do that. Oh, Mr. Adjaman, you know what? You're such a good cover supervisor. Can you cover other groups and classes? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Mr. Adjaman, we've got a production. I know you can play the drums. I know you can play the drums, you can act, you can dance, and you are also a minister in a church. So can you do RE? Okay, I can do that. I can do that. So there's me trying to help every single person, trying to give extra value. I came in during my half term to see that this production came to pass. That means to see that the production happened. I went back in the week after half term and I said, hey, sir, here's my overtime sheet. Let me tell you what he said. He said, sorry, it hasn't been approved. Jeez, I was saved. Let me tell you that I was saved. I was saved from grace. I was saved. Let me tell you what happened. I said, thank you very much. And I turned around and walked away. And I said to myself, never again will anybody dictate to me who I am. Never again will anybody dictate my worth. Never again. So I walked away and I said, listen, okay, I'm getting paid 19,000 and you're treating me like a school teacher, but I'm being paid like a cover teacher. So I'm doing all the work, I'm marking books, I'm doing data entry, I'm doing all that stuff, but I'm being treated like, I'm being paid as a cover supervisor, but I'm being treated like a school teacher. I'm being paid like a cover supervisor, but I'm being treated like a school teacher. So I have all the burden. But I forgot to tell you, I also had a form class. I was a form tutor. Hey, I'm going somewhere with this, guys. I'm going somewhere. And before I drop the nuggets about trading, you know, I have to bring into context. I want this to pull or push in someone's heartstrings because we're going to get some value from this call today. Return of your investment. So let's go. Let's deep it. So imagine they didn't pay me. So I was like, all right, cool. I had a dream, and I had a dream that someone, I was in a party, and if you don't know about F.O.M.O, you need to get to know about F.O.M.O, all right? And in the party, I stepped in someone's shoe, and I said, I'm so sorry. And this is a dream, right? I stepped on someone's shoe, and I apologized. And the person said, that's okay, that's fine. You know what the person did? In front of everyone, he let everyone be quiet. And I had a white shirt, he had F.O.M.O, and he poured it down my shirt. This is in a dream. In a dream. He poured it down my shirt. Me, I wanted to go back to my roadman days. So I was looking to do him something. But again, I've been saved. I'm saved by grace. So guess what I did? I calmly got my stuff and walked away because God spoke to me in that season. He went to me, son, don't respond. Or shall I say, don't react. Oh, this is a nugget. Write this down. Don't react, but respond. Don't react, but respond. Don't respond. I calmly took my stuff and walked away. And that was a sign. This is the sign. People will not stay where they're not valued. People will not stay where they're not valued. So that was an added confirmation. I cannot, if you got a nugget from that, put a number 7. If you got a nugget from that, put a number 7. But guys, about 90 people. Someone take a screenshot of 90 people on this call Tuesday morning. It's going to lock out. It's going to lock out, fam. Yeah, I'm excited. But listen, people will not stay where they're not valued. So guess what happened, right? So that was a sign that I needed to leave my job. So from then, I began to understand who I am. So then when I applied for another job, I was like, I know who I am. So guess what? When I then applied for another school job, and I got a £10,000 pay increase. 10K pay increase with my own office. I had like a little mansion. I had a little penthouse. Let me tell you why, because I knew my value. So when I went into my next job, I knew who I was, I knew where I was going, and I knew what I demanded. This call is bigger than just trading. This call is to change your paradigm of your way of thinking to elevate you to the next level. But let's get to the point. What is the point? I went through transition of earning 19,000 per year to earning, I think it went to, no, I got more than 10K. I was earning 32,000. Can you see the jump from 19K to 32? Who understands that jump? Because I knew my value. People will not stay where they're not valued. Return on investment. You see, all the sacrifice I made to become an ordained minister, I had to study. Who understands? I had to study for that. For me to be a great dancer, I had to study. I had to sacrifice for that. For me to be able to act in and be in movies, I had to sacrifice for that. Who understands? It's called a sacrifice for your investment and the returns you want to see. But guess what? Because I knew who I was, I knew where I was going. So guess what? I'm now making 32,000 a year. And I'm excited about making 32,000 a year. And then we have Mr. Desmond Amy, Chairman 25. Chairman 25. Mr. Desmond Amy, I call him a producer. Why? Because he sees things in people that we can't see. He comes to me with an opportunity and he says, bro, I believe in this opportunity you need to take on board. But guess what I had to do? There was fear, there was hesitation, but I jumped on board. I took the opportunity. But guess what I had to do? You saw my trade just now. There had to be a sacrifice. There had to be a sacrifice. But now, guess what, guys? 2 years later, I've quadrupled from 19,000 to over 60K. Guys, I'm nearly at 120K per year. Can we deep this? 19,000 to nearly 120,000, and that's without trading. And you see my trades. Let's go deep. From 19,000 to nearly over 120,000 residual, that's not even trading. And some of you see my trading accounts. Guys, if you are fired up, put a number 7. Come on, come on. Why am I saying this? Return of your investment. What did I have to give to receive this? What did I have to do to receive this? Where did I have to go to get this? From 19K being mugged off straight up. The school mugged me off. I was like, oh my gosh, they mugged me off. But when you know who you are and God tells you who you are, the money that is going to be attracted to you is limitless. Change of mindset, I said, sacrifice, hard work, and prayer. Let's go. My mindset had to shift. When Des invited me, my mindset was open. What? People are making 10K a month, 25K a month, 100K a month, passive. People are flipping their trading accounts from 1,000 to 100,000 a year. What? People, Nikki turned, I think it was £100 into 20,000 in 7 months. What? Trading. Return of your investment. But this is the thing. Let's go back to the main point. Let the main point be the main point. Let's go to the main point. That person said to me yesterday, I wasn't willing to make the sacrifice. So guess what he's going to do? He's going back. He's going back. He's going back. His eyes are in the back of his head. He's walking backwards. You see, you can't go back to the past. You can only fail forward or go forward. He's going back. He's going back to that comfortability. He's going back to that employee mindset. He's going back to, yes, you can jump 3 bags full, sir. Left, right, stop, attention, turn. And I'm saying this with passion because my vision is this. Des is dropping a Zoom call later on about how you can possibly get a 100K account. What is your value system? What are you worth? Do you want to stay in a 9 to 5? 9 to 5? Do you want to stay there? Do you want to become the 9 to 5? How can you come this far and see the residuals people are making, see the trading accounts people are having, and you want to go back? Please, you're on the wrong channel. How can you go back? How can you be exposed to this and then go back? 7 people left yesterday and I felt sorry for them. And people are still going to leave because they haven't got vision. They haven't got vision. They haven't got vision. So I showed you the pie chart. 60% want to be controlled and they're happy to be controlled, bound. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to keep it real. I'm a real person. You was not created to have a job. And this is directly from the throne of God. God told me you weren't created to have a job, whether you believe in God or not. You wasn't created to have a job. None of you were created to have a job. You were created to work your purpose. And I'm going to drop a little video that talks about that. You weren't created to have a job. You were created to have your purpose. That's why no one in the Bible retires. Where do you see the word retire? Nobody retires. But the mindset is so small that everybody wants to race backwards. I want to go back to the job. You want to go back to being controlled. The reason they call me Uncle K, because I'm dropping nuggets. Job stands for just over broke. You want to go back to being controlled. So this is what I'm trying to say. Return of your investment. The only returns you're going to get is the sacrifices that you're willing to make. The only returns you're going to get, write this down, is the sacrifices you're willing to make. I showed you my charts. Did it come easy? No, I worked at it. Some of you see my trading account. Did it come easy? No, I worked for it. Some of you see my residual income. Did it come easy? No, I worked for it. Put work in the chat box, put work. Some of you are scared to work. Some of you are scared to work. And this is the thing. This is the reason why you're staying broke. Because you have this mentality, oh, God, just drop it in my hand. You have this mentality, oh, someone else will bless me. The mentality is, oh, it's going to come to me. No, you get up and work for it. Get up and work for it. You see, those people that left, I feel sorry for them because they're going back to being controlled. Now, this is the clause. I always say, if you are in the services like ambulance, doctors, police, fire engine, guys, stay there. We need you and we honor you. We salute you, seriously. Like those people, we salute you. We need you. So I'm not saying if you're a paramedic or doctor, please don't leave your job. We need you. Real talk. So this is for people that are in a 9-to-5 dead end job where you can be replaced like this. This is for people that are in a 9-to-5 dead end job that can be like the minute if you got sick, they'll be like, no problem, replace. This is for people that are in a job and they really don't value you. They couldn't care less. That they listen. My dad was telling me some stories, and I was so heartbroken for my dad yesterday. I was like, I'm never gonna be like that, Dad. Real talk. So, Dad, you show me what I'm never gonna become. Real talk, right? You show me what I'm never gonna become. My father is struggling. He's 66 years old, and the drama he's getting from Uber and as a minicab driver, I'm like, worked all these years. Oh yeah, all these years. Thanks, David. Yes, David taught me something. But my dad has struggled all these years for what? And we have an opportunity here that can change our lives. Now, David reminded me what I failed to tell you guys. When I left the second school where I got a £12,000 pay increase, the way they treated me. Oh my days. The way, when people know you're going on to higher heights, they were malicious to me. They were rude to me. They were making me be a dog's body. They were telling me, Kofi, if you don't do this by this deadline, then this is going to be the consequence. What? Like 1 minute you're loving me. The minute I said I'm leaving, and I went to the teacher, look, it's nothing to do with you. It's all to do with me. Like, I'm not leaving because I said I need to. Listen, the way they treated me was disgusting. I was telling all the traders on the trading floor. The assignments that I was having, the emails I was getting, anything that I was trying to do was being blocked. But you know what? Every time you're coming to a brick wall, it's because you're going to smash it through. Straight up and down. Thank you, David, for reminding me. Right, let's get to the point. Return on your investment. So guys, can you see in the context what investment is? It is the action or process of investing money for profit. So let me tell you something. There needs to be a return. You're investing something for a something. You're investing something to see a return. That's the whole point. So imagine this. Okay, imagine this. You've now come into the world of trading. You've now come to the world of trading. And you're investing £135 per month. Put your hand up if you are expecting to see a return. Put your hand up, put a number 7, put something. Who's expecting to see a return? Okay, so everyone here is expecting to see a return on their £135 a month. Let me break a few things down. Do you know other trading platforms, and write this down in the chat box, other trading platforms will charge you 1,000 to 5K just for 3 days, and then 20,000 for the year. In the chat box, someone write that down. 1 to 5,000 for 3 days only, and then 20,000 for the year. We are only charging £135 per month. Let's work that out. Let me get the calculator out. Guys, make sure you're taking screenshots and stuff and tagging me on Insta. All right, let's get it. So it's 135. All right, 135. But depending on the exchange rate, sometimes it's 140, 142, 145, or sometimes it's cheaper. All right. So let's work it out. Let's say 140 max, 140 times 12, 140 times 12, 140 times 12 equals 1,680. Okay, let's actually think about this. 1,680. You're only investing, if you paid for a whole year, 1,680. Okay, let's talk about return of your investment. Okay, in the chat box, how much do you pay per year right now for university fees? Right now in the chat box, how much do you pay per year for university fees? Okay, 9K. Times that by 3, that's 27,000. Okay, when you come out of university, how much money have you made back? Plus interest. How much money have you made back the minute you leave university? I want to see the numbers. Oh. Coral says you have debt. Coral is telling me you have debt. You come out in debt. This is how people are brainwashed. This is why it is my pet peeve. You're telling me, yeah, sacrifice. I can't sacrifice 135, but you can sacrifice Netflixing. You can sacrifice on Instagram. You can sacrifice not reading no books. You can sacrifice being chained like this. You're being controlled. Puppet. Kofi, drop your head. Up. Turn. Spin around. Jump. For real? And you know I come, because guys, we're family. You know I come real. And you know I come hard. Listen, if you quit on this opportunity, you've lost your mind. You're crazy. You're crazy. I've told you about my returns. I don't even want to tell you what Des is making. Des, I can say this because you put this on live. Des dropped 100K each. 100K each. No, you posted this, so I can say this. 100K each into his children's account. One child, 100,000. Another child, 100,000. Excuse me? One child is already set up. Another child is set up. And guess what? We're waiting for interest. Interest has to catch up. 6 years old, 10 years old. There's, just correct me with the ages, yeah? But there's 6 and 10 to me, all right? So look, interest. 18, 20, actually, don't even let them take it until they're 21. But watch the interest grow. Watch the interest grow. Return on his investment. 100K each. Guys, you are playing games. You want to go back to work in a job where you'll never ever get how can you make 100K? Seriously, please tell me. Please tell me how you right now are going to drop 100K into a children's account. Please tell me. It can only be done if you have the investor mindset. What did I share with you? Let me go back to that screen because you have to see it. Take a screenshot. Look, only 1% are investors. 60% are puppets. 35% are struggling. I was self-employed. It was a struggle for real. 4% are business owners. So I'm a business owner. Theirs is a business owner. We're making returns. That's the residual side. But 1% are investors. 1%. Look at this screenshot heavily. These calls are to help shift your paradigm, to shift how you think. Only 1% have the investor mindset. Majority of people want to go back to being controlled. Every single person here needs to change how you think. Now, I want to even drop some nuggets even more. So you pay 9,000 a year, you're leaving 27,000 pounds worth of debt, but you're not willing to sacrifice 1,680 for this year. And guess what, guys? If some of you see my trades, if some of you have seen Matt McCallan's trades, if some of you have seen Francis's trades, in one day we can make that back. Jeez. I'm dancing. One day you can make your return on investment. Let me deep that. One day with trading, you can make your return on investment. But some of you are not willing. One day, 1,600 is nothing now. Now to me, it's chump change. Before, it was a lot. Now I've been exposed to bigger numbers, so it's chump change. But because everyone's mindset is on this frequency, 1,680 is a lot. Why am I saying this? Because whenever I do these Zoom calls, I'm provoking you to attention. You know I'm going to get in your spirit. And you know, like Uncle K's in your head. I'm provoking you. So when you go, I'm going to quit. Get out of here about quitting. You ain't got time to be quitting. You've got to be thinking about what is going to be your return on your investment. From this platform, I have made thousands. Okay, put a number 2 in the chat box if you've made £100 return. I'm not saying profit, I'm saying £100 return. Okay. So if you made £100 return, okay, cool. Put in the chat box if you've made over £500 return. Change the number. So if you made over £500 return, put a 5. Okay, if you've made over £1,000 return, put a 5 and put a 6. This is from trading. Or even the business building. Yeah, let's say both. It's still a return on investment. If you've made over 5K return, it might not be many, but over 5K return, put number 7. Okay, that's where it stops. Oh, April's a boss lady. Okay, if you made over £10,000 return from this platform, put a number 8. Laura's like, what's the number if you lost money? Laura, you're bringing us back. We don't want to go back. We want to go forward. Laura, focus. Laura's saying, what's the number if you've lost money? But if you lost money, whose fault is that? And I'm asking everyone, if you've lost money trading, whose fault is it? Seriously. I'm being real. If you've lost money trading, why? Ask yourself why. I lost money trading. I lost money all the time. I lost money, but now I don't. Yeah, I might lose trades, but I don't lose money. Do you understand? I might lose trades, but I don't lose money. And I'm saying this to understand, with this platform, it's very hard for you to lose money. It's very hard. The only way you can lose money is if there's no risk management. So let's get into the actual practical sides of things. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about, okay. So we know the investment is the action or process of investing money for profit, okay? Now, we have top educators. Go live. Write this in the chat box. Write education and then write go live. In the chat box, someone write this down, please. Okay, thank you, Sandra. Education equals go live. All right, but guess what? How many people can't be bothered to look at go live? Real talk. So many people don't watch the educators. This is the key word. Remember I said that word sacrifice? People are not willing to sacrifice. That's why I said it doesn't work. It does work. You don't work. Real talk. You don't work. Listen, I lost money because I wasn't working. Now I'm making money because I'm working. Like, it's simple. This is not rocket science. Education, right? Tools. In the chat box, write the word tools. 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 Write harmonics. This is the most basic tool. Let me show you the harmonics. Because some of you haven't even looked at the platform and you're saying, Kofi, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Fam, it does work. You don't work. And I will tell you straight up and down, it works. If you've made money on the harmonic scanner, put a 6 in the chat box. Put a 6 in the chat box. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's have a look at this. Put a 6 in the chat box. Let me share my screen. Okay, please don't tell me it doesn't work. Because I'm telling you, it does work, you don't work. And guys, the way I'm harsh, you know, when I come off this call, I'm nice and quiet. It's just that I'm passionate to make sure everybody wins because I'm tired of excuses. I'm that guy. Don't come to me with excuses. I ain't got time for that. I have time to see people win. Because I was humble yesterday. When I was humble, I was like, look, what could I have done as a leader to make sure your experience is better? When he said to me, yeah. Oh, I didn't even tell you the story. The reason why he left because he lost trades. Fam, who told you to over leverage? Like, who? When you come on board, you need to be disciplined and follow our rules. Who told you to over leverage? What happened? My man over leverage, got burned and says trading doesn't work. Fam, it does work. You just don't work. Am I talking the truth or am I being too harsh? Am I talking truth here or am I being too harsh? Am I talking truth here? Am I being too harsh? Harsh but truth, real talk. Okay, the reason why you lose on this platform, if you lose, is because you don't know what you're doing. You're trading, you haven't studied the educators, and you're not even using the tool. Look at this example. I do my Zoom call, guys, and I always say this, and this is the truth. You can literally go into the harmonic scanner, look for the D's at the bottom, D's at the top. If the D's at the bottom, you press buy. Why? Because we had one of our traders do it. You would have caught nearly TP3, 32 pips on this currency pair. My cousin did it. Phil did it. I remember when he first started, he took 10 trades. He won 7 out of 10. It's a ratio thing. We have a tool, harmonic scanner. The harmonic scanner does it for you. Real talk. The harmonic scanner. Listen, you can literally come on board and just look for the harmonic scanner, look for the D, and take the trade. But you've got to do a ratio. You can't just do one trade and say it doesn't work, or 5 trades. You've got to do out of 10, out of 20 trades. Let's have a look. The harmonic scanner is a powerful tool. I want to see the one that's killing it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You got in this trade, Euro GBP, you would have hit your TP1 already. Let's have another look. Look at this. If you got in this trade, AUD JPY, you would have hit TP1, TP2, TP3. Who can see the power of the scanner? Okay, this one, you would have made profit, but it's mucking about, but it still might come down. Let's see. Look at this. GBP CAD. I'm hoping you guys are seeing this. You're giving me excuses. Look at GBP CAD from the D. Please, I want you to fall in love with the harmonic scanner again. Because what happened with me, as I was doing this presentation every day, I was like, rah, boy, the harmonic scanner's killing it. Like, it's always killing it. Oh, Pammy's like, Kathleen's winning with the scanner. Jeez. Look, if you got in from the D, you would have hit TP2. Guys, don't be greedy. Go for TP1 and then do one for TP2. Guys, please, what is my point? What is my point? I'm trying to say for your return on your investment, we have the educators, point number one. Watch them and study them. You're going to make money, just like I do. Point number two, use the tools. We've got the harmonics. We have Gold Cup. We have so many tools. It makes money. That's why people stay. It makes you money. Number three, I'm just going to shout out some of the top educators. If you feel in AME Finance Academy, these people are top educators, give them a 7. If you think 7, Francis is a top educator, blow it up. If you think Matt McCallan is a top educator, blow him up. If you think Richard is a top educator, Ben, my brother, Pemmy, Jessica Walker, Bryony, Tamer, Louis, myself. Guys, there's 2 April, my cousin Philip. There's so many people. Okay, I'm seeing the 7s. There's so many people. Guys, if I haven't mentioned you, please hear my heart. There's just too many to go through, right? But within AME Finance Academy, there's some beast traders. Who could agree with me? Who could agree with me? David Talbot's on here. Yeah, shout out for David. His wife as well. Chair Lady 500. Jeez. There's so many people on here. Who else? Guys, put some names, just in case I've forgotten someone. I've already said Phil. Yeah, I know Anne-Marie. Oh, that's Chair Lady 500. Anne-Marie's, guys, let me be clear. Anne-Marie's Chair Lady 500. That's David Talbot's wife. Mikkel, top trader. Who else? Oh, Nana. Hey, Nana is original. Nana is the original. Who else, guys? Put names in this group chat of the top traders in AFA. Nana, Nana, if you see this, forgive me. Who's iPhone? Who's me? I don't know. Who are you? Like, I want to know your name. I've said Richard already. All right, the bottom line is, guys, affirmation. Oh, Simon, yes. Simon, myself, Oluwatosin. Okay, guys. All right, guys. I'm hoping you're understanding. Louis B. Yes, Louis B. Who else? There's people that do HFX. Ricky, that's it. Ricky Stubbs. Okay. I'm hoping that you can see Gareth. Okay, cool. Gareth. I don't know of Gareth, but let's connect. If he's a beast trader, you know. What I'm trying to say, there are people on this academy that are going to help you level up. Myself and all the names that we've just dropped in the group chat. There are people. Danny, yeah, I'm seeing names. Okay, no more. But the bottom line is we get the point. There are people in AME Finance Academy that are willing to help you level up. The people that left yesterday, and there's still going to be more people that left, a lot of times it's not because of what we have done, it's because they cannot see the vision. And they've suffered in silence. They've lost a few trades and they believe it's the end of the world. But is it worse leaving this company? Or is it worse going back to what you used to do? Is it worse leaving this company? Or is it worse going back? Guys, I'm telling you this. I am unemployable. Unemployable. You can try and drop me 100K. I will never go back to work. Now I've seen the truth. I can't go back. The possibility of having £100,000 trading account, I can't go back. If I ever go back, I'll be doing it voluntarily. I'll be doing it voluntarily. Wow, Pammy says this. No one ever has a bad experience at a job and says the job doesn't work. Jeez, that's a bar. Think about what Pammy just said. You have a bad experience at work and you say the job don't work. You have a bad experience at trading. You've been trading for 3 weeks and trading doesn't work. No, you don't work. Love you, April. You don't work. We're going to wrap up now, guys, anyway. You don't work. And I tell it how it is. You don't work. When I was losing big time, it was me. Why? I was over leveraging. In the chat box, put the 7 deadly sins. I don't even know there's 7. I'm just going to try and fit them into 7. Put number 1, over leveraging. That's the sin. Number 2, greed. Right, let's do this in order. Number 3, fear of the markets. Let me write this down. So, over, greed, fear. Number 4, impatience. Okay, guys, I'm struggling now. Drop some nuggets. So, impatience is number 4. What else, guys? What makes you lose trades? Okay, write this down. Babysitting your trades. That's number 5. So watching your trades. So right, babysitting your trades or watching your trades. Number 6, inconsistency. Wow. Number 7, there we go. That's the last one from Denise. FOMO. Fear of missing out. So imagine this, guys. Imagine this. The signal provider calls out the trade at 10:20. It's now 10:55. So you jump in. Guys, the trade's gone. Especially if it was market execution. The trade's gone. But because you don't want to miss out, you take the trade. And guess what it does? When everyone hits TP, because you didn't make the money, you're trying to push it a tiny bit longer, and then it reverses on you and you lose. So let's go from the top. So number 1 is over leveraging. That means you're putting too much money on your small account. Hey, Courtney, so Courtney's asked, do I have sessions? Yeah, I do. But I don't do it as much because, yeah, I want to focus on this. But if you go to my YouTube page, I've got a whole bunch of videos on my strategy. So Courtney, message me afterwards and we can talk. All right. Number 2 is greed. Number 3 is fear of the market. So fear means, oh my gosh, I'm scared to hold the trade, so I close early. Okay. And also, yeah, Courtney, I do sessions at the tower. 4 is impatience. So 4 is, yeah, so if you write 3 is fear of the market, which is psychology, that's why you need to be on here. 4 is impatience. Like, it needs to happen now. Instead of me waiting for my signal, I jump in the trade now. That's impatience. Number 5, babysitting the trades. If you're babysitting your trades, that means you're watching it every 5 seconds because you want to make money. And every 15-minute, like I always say, guys, 15-minute candlesticks are the devil. I'm telling you, don't ever watch the 15-minute. Up, down, up, down, down, down. Don't watch the 15-minute candlesticks. Set it and forget it. Place your trades and walk away. Okay? Place your trades and walk away. Okay, number 6, inconsistency. You can't take 3 trades and say trading doesn't work. You've got to take Tesco trades. Place the trades and go to Tesco's. Place the trades and go to the gym or go to work. All right, you can't take 3 trades and say it doesn't work. Why? Because trading is all about ratios and probabilities. So you could take 3 losing trades in a row. It doesn't mean trading doesn't work. You've got to take 20 trades. For example, I took like 29 trades and I lost 8. Can you see that? What is that? What's that number? 29 take away 8. So 21. I mean 20. Yeah. So I won 21 trades. Can you see the ratio? 1 week I had 12-0. I won 12 trades, 0 losses. 1 week I had 13 trades, I lost 3. So I won 10. Preet said this. Preet took 51 trades. You're killing it, bro. Preet took 51 trades and only lost 3. So can you understand? Preet could have lost 3 trades in a row, but if he quit, he would not have won the other 47, or whatever the number is, 48. Everyone needs to jump on Preet and say, Preet, what you doing? Preet, what's your strategy, fam? Okay, all I'm saying, guys, is we have to understand this trading terminology in this trading game. We have to understand that what is your return on investment. If you do it for a year, you're spending £1,680. You can get that back in 1 day. I made 2,400 in a day. I saw Francis made 4K in a day. Matt McCallan, even though it was demo, made 20,000 a day. On our trading floor, live money, we made 21,000 in a day. That's the type of return we're talking about. But you want to go back to work for a 9 to 5 and be controlled for what? 24,000 a year, 32,000 a year, and you won't even see that money after tax. I'm saying it blunt because we need to see the bigger picture. You are worth more. Remember, people will not stay where they're not valued. So let's wrap up. So return on investment. So investment is the action or process of investing money for profit. The reason you do this for the long term is because you're going to see a return on your 1,680. You will see profit. Yes, and trading money is tax-free. It is. You have to make sure you've got a side hustle though. So maybe your music. If you're doing music for someone, that's your side hustle, and your trading income is free. If you're trading by yourself, not doing anything else, you have to pay capital gains tax. But for me, because I have a business, my trading is free. Yeah. So your educators, go live. They're going to help you get a return on your investment. The tools, the Harmonics, DeLorean, all those web analyzer, I don't know what it's called anymore, that's going to help you make a return on your investment. The educators, Vibrata, thank you, Pammy. The educators that we have in AFA, we are going to help you make a return on your investment. The only thing you need to do is don't have the 7 deadly sins. Don't over leverage. Don't have greed. Don't have fear. Don't be impulsive or have impatience. Don't babysit your trades. Don't be inconsistent, and don't have FOMO. And I promise you, if you don't have these things, you will get a return, a very, very healthy return. Guys, if you got value from this call, put a number 7 in the chat box. I hope you got some value. Let me see if you got some value from this call. Blow up social media, blow up the chat groups, Team Excel Genesis, Texel Trades. Blow it up, people. If they missed it, they missed out. I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys learned about your value system. I hope you guys learned people will not stay where they're not valued. I hope you guys learn, don't have a job. You're only working in the job to get you to your next season. The minute you start learning how to trade with the £100,000 account, jeez, you say, thank you very much for the time at my job, but I'm now going to trade for full time. What's my YouTube channel called? Pammy, can you drop it in the group chat, please? Pammy says, yeah, Pammy's dropped it. Preach dropped it as well. YouTube.com/Games05. I don't know why it's got Games05. I'm trying to change it. It's just not. It's not changing. Guys, let me stop the recording and let's just talk.